Hello and welcome to another video on the Super Bits and Bobs YouTube channel. Now today we're playing Blazing Star on Neo Geo. I'll let the intro run through because it's a typical Japanese madness and we all like that. As you can see, quite typically in the world of a Japanese artist, all women have huge breasts. Let's get a credit and start playing. Yeah, so Blazing Star on Neo Geo. I know the Neo Geo is very well known for its beat 'em ups, but it's also got some amazing shoot 'em ups, some very highly regarded shoot 'em ups. You've got Blazing Star, you have Polestar, Last Resort, Andro Junos, quite a few actually. My favourite one is Viewpoint, which I'll play at some time in the future. Fantastic sort of remake of Zax and amazing visuals and sound. So that'll be for another video. I used to be a massive fan of shoot 'em ups, even more so than scrolling platform games, but not so much anymore. I think when I'm sort of from the old school shoot 'em up sort of love really. I much prefer the survival sort of memory, enemy wave memory style games. So, you know, your R-Types and your Gradiuses. Sort of when the bullet hell games came along. A lot of those introduced a scoring system, and I think my old brain couldn't handle the fact that not only did I have to survive and memorise patterns, but I also had to learn a scoring system. So, yeah, so I do prefer the old school shoot 'em ups. What I like about Blazing Star is it kind of combines them all, but quite casually, really. I mean, there is a scoring system. I don't know if you can notice there, but if you hold the button down and then let your beam go, every enemy that the beam passes through, a multiplier goes up, and any enemy that dies at that point, the score is multiplied by that multiplier. So if you're going for score on Blazing Star, you do need to think about that and use your beam weapon a lot to up the multiplier. It's not something I worry about too much. If I think of doing it, I do. If not, it's not too much of a problem. Now, the thing to look out for on this boss here is this shows off the amazing visuals. If you look at the animation on the legs, I mean, that just is absolutely fantastic. Visually, it's just an amazing game. I'll have to say I die sometimes just looking at the legs. Sitting there looking at animation of the legs, not quite believing what I'm seeing, and then I die. There's some sort of 3D sprite scaling trickery, wizardry sort of thing going on there. It really is fantastic. And Blazing Star, like a lot of the more sort of up-to-date shoot 'em ups that came along in the late 90s, late 90s, you can sort of milk this boss for points. I don't normally play that games that way though. I'm sort of quite happy just to kill the boss and move on to the next level. I hope the quality of the visuals is coming through, because this level particularly, again, there's some amazing background work going on. It's an amazing depth of field going back there, some sort of parallax scaling type effect going on. All sorts of sorcery really, and it really is fantastic looking. I'm trying again. I'm still having sort of problems taking videos of games. I'm not quite sure if that's just how it is and everyone has similar problems. I've tried playing around with the camera settings as much as I can, but not really having a lot of luck. But I'll keep trying. Hopefully this one's not too bad. The problem with shoot 'em ups, I find there's so much going on the screen. If the quality's not fantastic when you're putting it onto video, then I just think that you lose a lot of the effect. You can see when I talk about the scoring, the chaining there, is that the game does make it easy for you sometimes. You'll get long waves of enemies come along and you just fire your beam through them basically, and your score will go up. And one thing you'll find with the game, again, with a lot of the more modern shoot 'em ups, is that there's a lot of depth to the game. You know, there's a lot of little hidden things to pick up and find and muck around with. There's quite a lot of depth to the game as well. I mean, I think there are 5 or 6 spaceships you can use to play the game, and essentially each of the weapon on each ship is quite different. So there is a different strategy for each one. Walked straight into the bullet there. That's not very good at all. Sorry about that. As you say, as you can see, not too bullet helly. I mean, there's a few bullets flying around, but certainly it's not as bad as a lot of the cave games and toe plane games. It's not that bad. Saying that, we're only on level 2, so. It's worth keeping an eye out for some of the subtitles that come up, because there's some fantastic English on there. Hey, an event item comes, whatever that means. I guess that means the boss. It's coming. Yeah, it's fantastic. This boss again is visually very impressive. Again, I'll generally find myself just trying to kill the boss and move on, rather than sort of mucking about, milking him to score. I'm not sure it's possible on this boss, but the guy's got three different waves. You've got what he's doing at the moment. When he takes enough damage, he'll sort of curl up into a ball and do some other attacks. And there's also an attack where he will, what he'll do in a minute is, he'll kill me first. Let's put another coin in. Let's change ship. I normally use this fellow. But he'll roll up into a ball now and float around. And this is pretty much his last attack before you kill him. I wouldn't normally put a coin in, I have to say. I hate doing that, I really do. I like to see how far I can get on one credit. But I thought it's probably worth seeing the 3rd level, as it's really nice looking. Now, this particular level, I'm not sure how this is going to come out on the video, but there's an awful lot going on the screen. But hopefully you'll get some idea. They're actually, the shooters on the Neo are surprisingly expensive, even the MVS version, certainly more so than your average Neo Geo game. I don't think they're some of the most expensive, but games like Polestar and Viewpoint particularly will cost you a fair bit. I mean, I think I've seen them sort of going anything between £50 and £100. If you pick one up for £50, then you're doing pretty well. So yeah, they are quite expensive. Last Resort as well, again, you know, find it to be quite expensive. See if I can get me. Trying to power up the weapon there, which probably wasn't the best thing to do. There's a lot of opportunities on this level to really put the multiplier up for your score. When you go there, loads of enemies come out, and you just put your beam on it, and there you go. It can be distracting though. I hope the quality of the visuals are coming across here, because they really are stunning. Every sprite, you know, everything there has such a fantastic little animation going on, or detail. You know, it really is impressive. Now this guy, I believe, is like a he's the boss, but he's only sort of the first part of it. If you destroy these two things, and I think the game in the middle, I think the boss then splits out into. There we go. There we go. Another massively impressive boss. I don't give myself much hope here for lasting very long. We'll see how we do. Oh, there we go. Didn't last very long at all. Anyway, I'll stop there. I hope that's given you some idea of the quality of Blazing Star. Definitely, certainly the visuals anyway. I hope you enjoyed the video, and speak to you again soon. Thanks very much.